Hello and good morning. It is 8:33 a.m. here on the East Coast of Canada, and this is Old Man More Days. And we're back with Blood and Ice, my Iron Man Crusader Kings 2 playthrough. Somebody asked me the other day what Iron Man meant in regards to this game, and that means I just have one save game file, so I can't reload if I make a mistake. It's not like my Divinity Original Sin 2 game where every time I make a mistake I tend to reload. And by mistake I mean die. Alright, so here we are. The big news for old One Eye here is he's 27, good for him. He's outlived all my expectations. Is we have an adventurer threat on the way. My kinsman from down here in, let's see, what's this? Holstein has hired some adventurers and plans on, well, making an unexpected visit. So we've let's see here. We've got a year. So with a year, I'm gonna raise all my personal troops and get them ready. That'll give us a couple thousand people to defend the homeland, and we'll see if that'll be enough. We might need to call in some support from my loyal vassals. Speaking of which, no factions, always a good thing. Oh, I was like, a threat? Oh yeah, that guy that I just was talking about. Don't need to recruit a new physician. And I think we're still under the effects of having a good blot. No, it doesn't seem to be. But yeah, things are looking pretty good, I guess. Got some nice goodies in here. My +2 axe. I did manage to open that treasure chest, and nothing was in it. I was very disappointed. No, it was like baubles equating to about 10 gold. I'm just gonna take a second and oh, I don't want that. I'm gonna turn down the music just a little bit. It seems a little loud today. Alright. A leper named Hakan arrived at Port Day. With the leper colony in Vestergotland being crowded already, he has nowhere to go and begs you for aid. You could stay here for now. Get out before you infect someone. You know what? Welcome, Hakan. You leper. I now have a grateful leper living in my castle, because I thought that would be a great idea. Alright. Where are the rest of my armies? Ah, over there. Okay, so we've managed to blow through most of the money that we made raiding, and once this adventure threat is done, I think we're going to go raiding again, because that worked out pretty well. Oh, this place is really starting to solidify here. But we'll worry about that in a bit. Might have to choose some new raiding territory. Taking a look at these guys over here. Is that what's left of Saxony? Yeah. What was once nice Viking, nice Germanic controlled territory is now in the hands of the filthy Christians. Curse their lot. Alright, we're about 6 months away. Uh-oh. My son has food poisoning. Call for my court physician. Oh, look at that. Successful treatment. Man, my kingdom is just gonna get sick and die when Hemming finally passes on. That does remind me, I should consider, I'm gonna, hold back on upgrading my hospital. I would like to upgrade my hospital, though. Just so, my primary holding can be a little more resistant to disease, but I'm gonna wait until after the adventurer threat is past, because a hospital is a massive investment. Even the smallest upgrades cost so much, but it is worth it. But I want to make sure I have some cash on hand in case I need to hire mercenaries. Oh, my guys are just kind of sitting there. March, April, May. So yeah, we're still a few months away. Take a look at the council. Let's just take a peek at how things are going here. Oh, Hemming. How you doing, buddy? Look at you. I feel like I should award you land. He's 55. I don't think he's going to be around much longer. So I have mentioned in a previous game that I want to start investigating the possibility of invoking vice royalties. Now, I've never played a game where I made use of that mechanic, and apparently, and I'm going to do some more research into it, and I haven't yet, like I said I would. Apparently, a vice royalty is like a regular old title that you can pass out, but when the person dies, the title comes back to you, and you can reassign it. So, ooh, we've got this guy. He seems pretty loyal, so we're not going to force him into factions, but we do have an my court chaplain is an open position. I'll appoint this guy. He's a powerful vassal, and I think it's important to keep those powerful vassals pretty happy. And my chancellor wants these guys to marry. We'll accept that. Almost time. Alright. We'll take a look at our tech. We had upgraded the status of women in our area. Uh-oh. Is this it? Ah, yes, this is it. Alright, is this them? Here they come. Anyway, to see how many troops. They got 150 galleys. That could be it. So I can take a look. Wow, they have a lot of troops. We're gonna have to get more of our guys together. Okay, so not only are we gonna have to call in our guys, we're gonna have to hire some mercenaries. Let's see here. I'll hire these guys. I'll hire these guys. They're cheap and relatively ready to go. Alright. Shit. I didn't expect them to have that many. Where are they off to? Oh, they've already landed. Okay, so we need to actually go and meet them. Oh man, who are you? Who the hell are you? Oh man, I think he's just a jerk. Some sort of jerk who's decided to raid me while I'm being raided. Alright. So, we'll have my son focus on duty. Good for you, son. We've got some problems that we need to take care of. Got no troops up there, so that's fine. So, it's going to be a big question whether I could repel these guys or not, I think. I think I should be okay, but I don't know. Definitely got to get at least these troops down here. That'll give us quite the fighting force. Then we'll arrange. Then we will arrange our commanders. Make sure our commanders are all in the proper area. Alright, so that should be enough. Alright, let's take a look. These are good commanders. I like that. So we're going to send the troops in. It's going to be a rough fight because we're going to have to go over across water. And that will give us, usually it'll give us a negative into the combat. As it stands, I don't even know if we're going to get there before Cecily falls or not. It's at 44%. We should be alright. We should be okay to at least get there to engage their troops in battle. I just assumed that they were going to touch down on West Scotland like so many others before them had. But no, these guys had different plans. And we're going to send these guys down here as well. Just kind of as reinforcements. Here we go. You'll see that little red negative. That means we will have a straight crossing penalty. And here we go. They're engaging. We have the numbers for sure. Their morale seems to be quickly falling. Ours is standing for. Oh yeah, we've got this. All right, there we go. And that was quite a resounding victory. It's going to push them down further to the south. Keeping an eye on how much money I'm spending return on keeping my armies. So now we're just going to have our troops just basically. Oh wow! If I do that, he's just gonna. Yeah, he's sending them back into the boat, I think. So we're gonna have to move our troops down to face them. He's just gonna climb on the boat. Oh, I don't know who this kid is. All right, so see what he's doing. He is moving his troops. They're moving over to Cell. This is where he originated from. That's why he got there so quickly. He pulled his troops in from Cell themselves. So we're gonna move down. We're gonna press in, and we're gonna fight them on their home turf. They're already weak morale from their previous loss. Oh, there's my wife. She's pregnant again. That's good. All right, and there we go. So we have repelled. We've repelled that. We're gonna enforce our demands. So we've imprisoned this pretender. Now in previous games, I banished the pretender and inherited a bunch of his money, but that just led to him coming back almost the next day, the next time, and we're gonna just. All right, so we didn't even get any issues there. So we're gonna take a look at our options with him here. Now he's kin. Now, if I banish him, I'm going to get 500 gold. Executing him would be apparently tyrannical. Better just release him. No, you know what? He's going to stay. He's going to stay put. And, I'm going to determine whether or not I should blot him or not. But I will tell you one thing. I am going to toss him into the oubliette. I love how he's still a threat. So I could toss him in the oubliette. It lowers his diplomacy and his health by 2 points. Look at that intrigue. Oh my god, you sneaky bastard. Anyway, he could be blooded to kill me for all I know. Alright, so we've got 370 gold. And now we're going to look into, once again, firing up the old war machine and sending some raiders out. Because who doesn't like a good raid? I'm gonna leave these guys over here. So we're gonna try to get a good sized troop. I'd like to go raiding with maybe 5,000 troops. Get a nice old Viking host. And as such, we're just gonna raise some of our vassals in the area. See, and there we go. So that should be enough troops to kind of give me what I'm looking for. This is another one of my sons. Got a lot of unmarried kids, and I think that's a good thing in many ways. Gotta hold on to those pact makers. Alright, so there we go. Quite a few troops. And now we need at least 57 boats. 19. Very small boats. There's 26 more. Those boats over there. More than enough. So, again, toggle rating on. Let me see. Do I want to maybe bring just a couple more troops up? Yeah, we're going to bring these guys up too. Just push us over the 600 point. Ooh. We have an apostate. Throw him in the dungeon. Apostates make for good blotting. Alright, now these guys are getting angry. That's okay. Whoa. The day the earth shook. What do we have here? Hold on. The earth shook. The people screamed and buildings cracked. A cloud of foul-smelling air swept over the village, making torches and fires burn bright green for several hours. It took a couple of days repairing the cracked buildings and salvaging items from the few older houses that had collapsed. Luckily, everyone escaped unharmed. I slowly walked through the city, examining the buildings and noting what remained to be repaired when an excited peasant approached me. Without bothering with formalities, he told me about a giant crack in the ground just outside his farm. He wanted me to come and inspect it, and perhaps to determine what to do about it. Of course! Show the way, peasant! I get the Flaming Gap attribute. Negative piety, negative general opinion. The Gate of Hell. Alright, so that seems to be something that's happening. Did I mention supernatural events were turned on? Oh, Gate of Hell. That was quick. The foul smell that had swept over the city the day the earth shook slowly crept up on us, and I retched involuntarily. The wound that had burst open in the farmer's field spewed fire and brimstone, and we stopped, aghast at the sight. The flames and fiery stones threatened the bare ground around the gap. The farmer was lucky his fields lay fallow. It's just a hole in the ground. I will take a closer look at this. I must take a closer look at this. Flaming Gap will be removed, and I will get Wailing Gap, increasing the negatives and the gate and its tortured souls. Alright. Moving on. We've almost got our Viking host assembled. The tormented souls of hell, wailing, screams, and cries for help seemed to emit from the burning gap. The farmer grew pale and refused to take one step further. I walked as close to the hellhole as I dared, and tried to peek down. Apart from the occasional fiery stone and eyebrow-licking flame, I could see nothing. The wailing and screams seemed to increase until it felt as if my head would explode. I stumbled backwards, felt the ground shifting beneath my feet, and would have fallen into the pit if the farmer hadn't grabbed my arm and pulled me away from it. I need to close this gap now. Is there a way to close this gap? But how? Oh my god. Well, okay, close the gate to hell. I give the wisest men and women in my court 3 days to come up with a solution of how to close this gap that seemed to open the whole way to hell. Within 3 days, they had thought up different solutions to the problem. Feed it cattle, try filling it with stones. The demon inhabiting the gap should be satisfied. Feed it cattle, because blood sacrifices are our way. Ooh. Well, that's auspicious. Toast. My son has been born. I will rename him Hellhole. Alright, so we're going to send our Viking Raiders off. I'm sure no armies of hell are going to go forward. So we're going to go back down to the Strait of Dover, and we're going to look at raiding there. We're losing opportunities to raid there. The cows balked in front of the gap and refused to take any step further. They had to be pushed into the gap, and their miserable moving mixed with wailing of the tortured souls trapped in the pit until they hit the bottom. I really hope this works. I don't believe in this idea. I really hope this works. 90% chance it might work. I lose 50 gold. 10% chance it might not work. It works! The gap finally closed. No more fiery stones and flame. No more wailing voices from the underground. The gates to hell closed after we fed it cattle. So we sacrificed cattle to close the gates of hell. We have that for 5 years. It's going to give us +5 stewardship, +2 general opinion, and a -1 to our temple vassals' opinion. I don't know. I don't think that the Vikings would be unhappy that we made animal sacrifices. But we have successfully closed the gates to hell that opened up in our one of our counties. Thank you, supernatural events. So now, as is the time-honored tradition, we're going to send some raiders into Sussex, and we're going to raid Sussex. Just like my math teacher expected. Alright, so I got a daughter here who is pretty good stats. Yeah, she's going to focus on stewardship. Yeah. Alright, so a raiding we go. Alright, we got a council position that just came open. I need a new steward. Well, let's see here. I got a couple guys. This is the heir of my previous steward. He wouldn't do too bad. So I think I'll give him the job as well. Oh, that's right, my concubine. You know, I don't know what I was thinking. Making my concubine. Oh yeah, that's right. She's good at the job. I'm gonna replace her with Hemming. I'll make Hemming my. Yeah, Hemming's got a lot of jobs here. He's a spy master. He's the physician. He's a commander. He's the court eunuch, and he's a herdman. So yeah, I'm gonna make Hemming my boss. My concubine, she just hates me too much. There's just way too high of a chance of her agreeing to plot against me. So I'm gonna have this kinswoman focus on learning to be a good manager of estates. Not that I really think that I'm ever going to care what she does in her life. So we still got this guy listed as a threat, and that's fine, I guess. He's in jail. I'm planning on seeing what's sacrificing him. I might choose not to sacrifice him because he is kin, and that could give me the Kingslayer trait, and I don't want that trait. That's a terrible trait to have. So the raiding is going well. We've got 78 galleys. That can hold up to 780 gold worth of loot, and I want to fill that up, and we'll see how it goes. I've seen how Faust handles swords, and it's not a pretty sight. Half the time he seems to forget which side the sharp is the sharp one. Should I laugh or should I cry at Faust's incompetence with the sword? Now Faust used to think I could teach him all I know. Look, buddy, I am not good at the blade. I'm a coward. I will try. I do want this guy to be my friend. I want everyone to like me. Alright. There we go. We got some more raiding, and some of my vassals are usurping each other's titles. That's fine. That happens. Basically, why from what I can tell, that's happening because, like, I have jarls who control a jarldom up here who also have territory down here. Just because I've been passing out territory, kind of willy-nilly, in an effort to placate people. Try not to sneeze. Excuse me. Alright. More victories for raiding in Sussex, and we got 2 more territories. Not that the tribe over in Sussex can be a lot of good loot. We're still making money. That's good. It's good to be emperor. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this guy's standing forces. He's got. I think I should be fine going to raid Kent, and Essex, and Middlesex again. Mostly because they. I don't think they could muster a strong enough army to fight against the Viking hordes. You bastards. We got a peasant revolt. How bad is that? How bad do we got things going over here? We got 2,000 troops. You know what? I'm gonna hire mercenaries to take care of it. It's gonna be costly, but I don't want to give up my raid. I'll attach some of my own personal commanders to this. Some of the ones that aren't currently busy. So I'll let Raiders are actually done there, so we're gonna move them over to Kent. I'm gonna keep an eye. See, because that little green arrow is there, I could know when my troops have stopped moving. And that's something I want to keep an eye on. Okay, they've stopped moving, so I'm gonna go over to them. Not full morale yet, so looking around for close by troops that I could call to assist. Doesn't seem to be many. One's a little busy, I guess. So we're just gonna hope hope these mercenaries could take out the peasant rabble. Okay, the guys from Dover are mustering their troops. That's fine. And I think I've waited long enough. I'm gonna go in. I'm not full morale, but ooh. The cook is prepared to find meal, but the priest preached about temperance. So that sounds like a Viking thing to preach about. I must satisfy my hunger with bread and water. Alright, hopefully... Oh, wow. That did not go well for the mercenaries. Oh, son of a gun. What am I even hiring these guys for? Oh, what a waste of money. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to finish looting this territory, and then we're going to go and take care... We're going to basically try to remake our money. New bird arrived in the muse and a new book of the art and the poetry. I will take the bird out for a hunt, because I am a hunter. Damn it. Alright, shouldn't take too long. Ooh, I like this. Aspiring falconer. Good, good. Good, good, good. I definitely want to make at least enough to recoup my loss of hiring those mercenaries. So I'm just gonna loot Kent, and we're gonna go up and try to deal with these guys. Probably sail directly into Upland. Shouldn't take us too long to loot these two churches, and yeah, fantastic. Oh, ridiculous. Those are terrible mercenaries. They can't even take out a band of peasants. I am a falconer. +1 diplomacy, +10 same trade. I will take it. So I want to increase that personal diplomacy. There we go. 12 is a good number to have. So, yeah, we've got 350 gold sitting in there. We'll finish looting the city. It doesn't have very good defenses. Oh, okay, throw the apostate in the dungeon. I don't care who it is. Alright, and there we go. That should be enough. There we go. Alright, so we're going to send our troops back. And we are going to go right into Upland. We'll have to give our troops a bit to rest. I have these guys march over to Finland. No, march over to Upland just to meet them there. I don't think we're going to get there in time. Oh, they'll probably be able to take the province before this guy. I'll accept that marriage. He's revolting because he's liege right now. So, yay money. I'm gonna keep those boats up because I plan on going back raiding. Nah, I should probably call that it for raiding for now. Might get in there. Like these guys as proper commanders. Okay, we're going in. Can't wait any longer. Oh, they're running. They're gonna get out of there before I will decline. Wait, unless... Yeah, he's trying to strike an alliance with me. See, he's currently revolting against his liege, and he's trying to secure his political future. If I consider him a big enough threat, then I'll consider it later. So I have this is my heir. Okay. So my heir is Rowdy, Idolizer. Oh, great. Conscientious. Terrible. Terrible. You know what? I'm going to have him focus on learning. If he's not going to be a great warrior, he's going to be so smart. Smartest. Alright, there we go. So we managed to crush that revolt. Toss him in jail. Alright. And there we go. So, let's take a look. We do have a faction that's cropped up here. Who wants to increase power. We're going to see what kind of an accord we can reach with this guy. I can just send him a bribe. But I think I want a long-term solution. Let's see if I can get a marriage made here. What's his, let's take a look at her. Arrange marriage. So, arrange betrothal, I mean. So that's his daughter. We're gonna take a look at her stats. Trying. No, I'll just look at him directly. Wait. Oh. He doesn't have any children. That's interesting. So yeah, I gotta arrange a betrothal with, I think that's his sister. So she's a title holder. And I'm gonna arrange it with, my son. There's a bit of an age difference. She's 4, he's 12. But we're gonna do it anyway. That'll secure his loyalty. Dear kinsman, Thor has smiled on me during my recent adventures, and now I have much wealth, and I'm having trouble spending it on. However, I would like to have a realm fitting for a warrior by rank. Therefore, I propose a small exchange. My friend Gold is a sign of nobility. He gets a county of Vestergotland. No, I'm not selling you a county for 150 gold. Little jerk. The gall. The audacity. Alright, so I have another son here. Ooh, he is going to focus on. He's going to be the great warrior that his older brother could not be. Alright, so we've managed to eliminate that threat, so that's good. Actually, we don't have any threats right now, so that's also good. Alright. Take a look at our armies. I do like that. We are going to... We have this new barony down here that needs upgraded desperately. We're going to put a castle town in there. Going to upgrade the keep here. It's expensive. Actually, we'll just double check to make sure. Make sure that we're not overlooking anything. Oh yeah, this place. It seems to be doing alright. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go back to Vestergotland. Now I'm tempted to just fill this place full of castles. But I think I'm gonna look at building a new city here. It's gonna be expensive. Might have to go raiding to finance that. Oh, my faithful and trusted hunting dog has finally taken his last breath. Long has he served you since you first received him as a puppy, but now it is time to bury your old friend. I will bury him quietly in the castle gardens. He deserves a proper funeral. I think there was no other option. And this lady who I know just came of age. I don't know who you are, lady. You're a kinsman. Oh, my hunting dog. Tricky. I'll miss you, Tricky. Alright, so I do think I need to go out and consider raiding again. So, because I definitely need the finances of a Viking raid to properly fund the infrastructure that I'm trying to grow. Oh. So, I think I'm going to raise all my vassals. So these guys here, I'm going to lower you. Don't need you. You guys are pretty tiny. Everybody else though, into the pool. So I'll just highlight them, and we will all move. Now this is gonna anger my vassals for a bit. That's fine. I think I have enough to maintain stability. The biggest problem I'm going to have is if a peasant revolt strikes up while I'm away. So I'm taking all my troops. We're gathering in Vestergotland, and we are going to have a big old raiding party, and it's going to be a good time. I'm keeping an eye on when my next block can be held. I do have some prisoners just itching for it. Several prisoners. Some of them have been in there for over half a decade now. And actually, I'm gonna hit the wrong map mode. I'm gonna take a look here at a very important aspect of Viking society. I'm gonna see how old my concubines are now. I think they're all above 30. So, as sad as it is, as someone who's nearly 40, to say this, I think it's time to set these concubines aside. So long, ladies. Thank you for your service. And we're going to take a look at these girls that we have in prison. Now, she's 16, so I'm going to take her as a concubine. She's a noble's daughter. How old are you? You're 18. I will take you as a concubine. I'm getting extra prestige because they're nobles. So I will happily welcome these two new concubines to my hall. Alright, see, as I expected, these guys are getting really cranky. They're like, why are you having our troops all gather? Well, why aren't you, ruling a nation or declaring war? I'm like, easy up, boys. We're going raiding. Raiding, remember, guys? We're Vikings. We like raiding. Alright, so I'm going to start getting my ships together. Vikings, get your ships together. And there we go. That's quite a few ships. I think that'll be enough to accommodate the... It should be way more than enough to accommodate the raiding party. And we're going to go over where we're going to raid the... Ooh, it's definitely... Oh, there we go. I was like, oh, that's only 43. But no, it's 93. Good. And... there we go. 7,000 Vikings all ready for the raids. Still got more troops coming in. Oh, these guys, they're not coming. You're not invited. Go away. You're all the way over there. You're not coming. I'm not gonna... Well, we still got this group of 700 troops. I will definitely have them come along. And soon we will be taking our longships out, and we will be seeing how much money we can squeeze out of the Brits over here. Maybe raids. Oh, Green Isles seem to be uniting. So we're gonna have almost 8,000 troops. So there we are. Make sure that these are all pretty good commanders, and we are going to load up. So we've got our army on our boats, and we're going to go down here. I think Sussex is still recovering, Kent is still recovering. So I guess we're going to go Essex, Middlesex, Suffolk, and then we're just going to see where else we go. This guy wants to arrange a betrothal between my kinsman and my daughter. He's the king of Denmark. I'm going to decline unless I see him as an honest-to-goodness threat. I'm going to basically holding my children as cards to be used if things go bad. So hopefully these guys aren't going to immediately trounce my raiders. See, there's a period of time where their morale is down because I spent some time on a boat, but that quickly goes away. There we go. Yeah, we're in a good place. We're in a good raiding position right now, so that's fine. A lot of moaning going on. Are these guys diseased? Oh, look, they're so mad. It's like we kicked like a British beehive. Not that these guys, I don't think these guys could repel us. That's fine by me. Likewise, I'm not entirely sure I want to fight their troops. I don't want to lose a single guy, or I don't want to lose any more troops than I need to, in case I need to rush home, take care of any peasant revolts. So, what we're gonna do, we're going to finish raiding, and we're going to move our troops up to Suffolk, around Essex, rather than through Essex. Hopefully, these guys will leave, and we'll be able to go in and raid Essex proper. This is my daughter. I'm going to encourage her to be zealous, because I want to raise proper worshippers of the All-Father. Alright. Making lots of money. I think I got over 100 gold so far. This is what I'm talking about, people. Don't neglect raiding. If you're a Viking, don't be like me. I focused it on creating the Empire really early on. I lucked out in modernizing the Germanic faith. And I really kind of lucked out in this game. I mean, I'm not as a skilled player as some people who play a lot of Crusader Kings do. Alright, there's a lot of title usurping going on over there. But I do enjoy it, and a strategy with Vikings is you really need to take advantage of that raiding. If you can send your ships out and operate on a profit, and your realm is stable, you should be raiding all the time. It temporarily makes people hostile to you, but honestly, who cares? Make sure you have tons of boats. See, I can almost bring home 1,000 gold. I think I'm gonna raise a couple more boats and send them with the main fleet. I want to bring home 1,000 gold in a single raid. So this guy, I will decline that offer. Guy's looking to... Yeah, that's my goal right now. I want to bring home 1,000 gold coins in a single raid. That seems suitably impressive. Yeah, there we go. We'll at least be able to get 1,000 for that. So we've got a boat. We can hold 1,110 booty points. I like that, booty points. I think more game needs booty points. Alright, so that raid is done. So now, by using shift, I can draw a line rather than send them on the best, quickest path. Oh, another leper. I will welcome the leper in. Because I'm a kind soul. And another son. I have to decide what he's going to be good at. You know, we're going to toss the dice and have him go in an intrigue education. That either means he's going to be really good at it or really bad at it. And if he's bad at it, that's fine too. Means less people plotting against my my next heir. Alright, so the looting of Suffolk. Now these guys don't look like they're moving anywhere. Ah, the good news is it looks like Sussex is recovering. So I might be able to go and raid Sussex again. That would be nice. That's nice. What nice Viking boys. Now see, these guys have taken off. They're already out. So I should be able to, after I'm done raiding Suffolk, go into Essex. They must be having their own issues. No, they don't seem to be at war with anyone. They're just boring. Alright, so we've got 3 here. We got a castle, a town, and a bishopric to raid. Hopefully we'll get lots of booty, lots of potential future concubines. Did I get anyone else? No, no more prisoners so far. No more threats either. Ah, another apostate. This guy. My steward? Whew. Huh. Throw him in the dungeon. Throw him in the dungeon. No mercy. So, I'm gonna have this guy. We'll have this guy be my steward. No, I meant Ake. There we go. Who's my current marshal? Oh, I can't get rid of my current marshal. Hemming's my current spy master. Yeah, we'll leave that as that, and we'll continue the raiding. Alright. Bone's going a little nuts right there. Just people contacting me on Twitter. Alright, so we've got 2 more things to burn down. And look at that, Sussex is ready to have another visit from the Vikings. So we'll do that. We're going to go to Essex, loot Essex, and we're going to go back down to Sussex again. Yeah, it's good to be a Viking. We're almost halfway to our goal. We should be really close to 500 gold by the time we're done looting this place. You'll notice it takes a lot less time to loot the temples and the cities. That's because they have less defenses. There we go. But good news is they have more money. So we're gonna go right into Essex. This is their capital. You can tell if you see like all these shields of various sizes. The shield size denotes the importance of the area. Like this is the kingdom capital. This would be a duchy capital. So we got a duchy capital here, and sure enough, we have a duke ruling the place. Now this shield, these guys don't actually have a kingdom. He's called King Orjgar, but he's a petty king. Basically, he's a duke without a liege. Now, as he carves out, or whoever carves out, you'll see over here, much bigger, more impressive shield. And that's because these guys have actually formed a kingdom. And that's all very exciting. Yeah, sure enough, these guys are getting all, rah, 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 there's Vikings, they're raiding us. We're so angry. But we really can't do anything about it, because there's like 7,000 of them. I guess they'll just burn down our country. Oh well, c'est la vie. Alright, more usurping of titles. That's fine. Let them let them kind of sort everything out. The only time I really get worried is when a guy I don't like is usurping a lot of titles. That means he gets a lot more power. But so far, people are pretty fond of me. And that's good. Let's take a quick look at my vassals. Yeah, with the exception of the guy who's in jail, they all pretty much like me, and even he likes me. He's still paying me taxes. So let's deal with him. How am I going to deal with him? He's branded an apostate, so I could banish him. I could execute him. I could ransom him, because I'm greedy, you know? This would put him back out there. People could plot against him, but I get money out of it, so that's what I'm going to do. I ransomed him off, so I earned a nice amount of money selling that apostate back to himself, essentially. And now he's no longer in prison, so his attitude towards me actually increases. We have a non-aggression pact, so he's not even going to plot against me, even if he got mad. So it's win-win-win for me. I'll let the church deal with him. He's probably looking to get a marriage here. I will decline. Ah, look at this. My daughter has become Midas touched, which means she is an excellent steward. Excellent. So happy. I can marry her off to someone nice. Marry her off to someone I like. Alright, so we've almost burnt down the castle here in Essex. And yep, that'll be done very soon. And then we'll move over to the city of Malden and the bishopric attached to the county. And what's this? My troops ransacked the castle. They uncovered an interesting relic. What wonderful news. Let's take a look. It seems to be an arming sword. Is that better than my... This axe is 0.25, plus 1 martial, plus 1 personal combat. And that is exactly the same. So you know what? I'm going to give this arming sword to my son. Oh, you'll notice I have the introduce heir to realm thing, and I want to do that before he turns before he turns of age. I always forget about this, and it's one of the little known options. I think I get it only because I have groom and heir, but you might get it even if you don't have groom and heir. So I'm going to introduce him to the realm. You have invited your vassals to participate in a formal introduction of your heir, Prince Snorri. He will have to exchange many pleasantries and act very formal in a very formal way, something that might be tiresome for a young man as him. However, you have full confidence that he will not disappoint you. His stats are pretty good. Alright, so hopefully, while we're introducing Snorri to the realm, our Vikings will continue to amass power and wealth. The Goedi class of Skara is renowned, godly, and learned vassal of yours. After having introduced himself to Snorri, Klaus approaches you with an offer. Klaus is willing to spend some time teaching Snorri some more intricate parts of the sagas in exchange for your favor. Yeah, I'll allow it. I'm being careful. If he was on my council, I would have probably declined. Snorri introduced himself to Gaudi. He not only presents himself with grace, but managed to impress Stein by skillfully complimenting him. I taught him everything he knows. Excellent. Go, Snorri. It seems Snorri has started getting along incredibly well with the child of another visiting vassal. Indeed, apparently Snorri and Frederick Eikeson have become fast friends. How lovely. Good, good. This is probably the best introduction so far I've had. Usually he's like, oh. While having a pleasant conversation, you are suddenly interrupted by an infernal ruckus. Upon further investigation, it seems as if Snorri has got into a fight with the child of another visiting vassal. You tear the two children apart, but it's obvious that Snorri and Ingvald Jonsson will never be friends after this encounter, and they become bitter rivals. I wonder who started it. Alright, we've almost burnt that church to the ground. There we go. Almost 100 gold from raiding that church. Fantastic. And a renowned fighter, which is to teach Snorri. And again, this guy is not one of my, he's a commander, but he's not one of my council members. And the reason I don't want to give a council member favor is because then they can put into, they can try to force certain issues, including possibly opening up the power of the council. And I don't want to do that. I'm enjoying very much not having to answer to anyone else. It is evidently clear to all visiting vassals that Prince Snorri has been infatuated with Bjorn's wife, leader Freya. While harmless, Snorri is following her around like a dog. Bjorn does not seem amused. There's no time for this nonsense. Yes, he is got a teenage infatuation with the wife of one of my vassals. I'm sure that won't end badly. Oh no! He just insulted Klaus. Big time. Oh well. This kid's a disaster. Actually, I'm still pretty happy with how it's gone. Oh. This guy. I don't know who this guy is. He's one of my kids, though. And we're going to have him focus on Marshall. Because I have no strong feelings about that one way or the other. Let's take a look at the buddy here. The last of your vassals left. Prince Snorri looks relieved. He's obviously exhausted from all the formalities, but having been introduced like this will hopefully serve him well in the future. I've done my best to groom him to a worthy heir. Groom to perfection. He will have that for the next 20 years, increasing vassal opinion of him by +4. And we're almost done. Look, even Kent's ready for another paddling. Viking paddling. I don't know. I don't think I ever want to say that again. Alright, and we've got almost 700 gold in there. So we're going to move down to Kent. Got another daughter. Welcome to the family, kid. I had someone ask me the other day why I don't seem to chat back. And that is because when people ask me questions when they're watching the stream, that is because my current setup is not good for that. I need to have 2 screens going, just the way my system is set up. And I only have a setup that accommodates a 1 screen right now. This is my son. I'm going to have him focus on intrigue. That won't end badly. So eventually I do plan on, I'm currently still cleaning out my office space and getting everything ready to build a new desk. And it's going to be set up in the corner. And after that I'll have 2 monitors and be able to communicate more with people as I'm streaming. Until then, please leave comments. It's always nice to hear what people have to say or any questions you may have about the game. As I said, I am no expert, but I'm more than happy to give my 2 cents on a topic. Alright. The raiding continues. Yeah, we're usurping titles over there in the homeland. Alright, we'll just keep the raiding going. We got lots of prisoners right now. Let's take a look. I stole a baby. I stole a baby. She's 0. I stole a baby. She's 35. I don't want to make her a... Don't want to make her a concubine. But you know what? I'm going to keep her... I'm going to keep the 0-year-old, the baby. I'm going to keep her in jail. And we'll see what comes of having her around. Got to finish raiding this bishopric of Rochester, and then on to the city of Sandwich. And let's take a look. We've got a lot of money sitting in the hold there. Alright. And we're going to end this little looting by going back to Sussex. And we're gonna come home with over 1,000 gold in our hold. That is really exciting. I have lots of women to sleep with. I don't need to seduce my 37-year-old courtier. I will resist my temptations. Alright, so here we go. I imagine... Probably not gonna get a chance to raid all of them. But I imagine after raiding the capital county and the bishopric of Chichester, that we'll be able to sail on home with our heads held high. I'm going to again opt for the temperate trait here, because I don't want to be a glutton. Yes, I know, this guy has proven already to be a very questionable Viking. He's frail and a coward, yet he's one-eyed and considered the greatest raider the Scandinavian nation has ever known. So, good for him. We're almost there. So this will be the largest amount I've ever got, personally, in any games I played taken home from a raid. So, I feel good about that. There we go. That one's all done. And we don't even have any problems really brewing at home, so... We still get this guy sitting in jail. Oh, there we are. Look at that. Time for a blot. When November rolls around, we're gonna have a blot. I will decline. This guy's the leader of a revolt. See, the Norwegian kingdom is currently in a state of flux. The rulers there are arguing. As you ponder new ways to improve your realm, court physician Hemming approaches you with an idea. If you were to institute a system of provincial apothecaries, the health of your subjects would improve significantly. In turn, they would be more productive. What an excellent idea! If Hemming suggested it, it can't be wrong. I'm going to be actually pretty sad when Hemming passes away. That'll be a blow to the kingdom. He's served us very loyally. Right. Oh, there's my son. He is of age finally. So, he is incredibly well learned. His stats are actually really good, but he is very smart. He's considered a scholarly theologian, which is going to hamper his chances of having an heir. But oh boy, let's see. I'm going to set my focus to be build a war chest. So as soon as I hit 1,000 gold, which is going to be really soon, I will successfully complete that goal, and that'll give my nation a little boost. Alright, 30 more gold. How are we doing here? Oh. So, definitely after sacking this city, we should be ready to go home. Pretty excited. Ooh, tough soldier was raised. There we go. That's more than enough. I just missed a phone call. Awkward. Alright. Oh, man. Toss this apostate in the dungeon. And Marshal has improved. One of my commanders has improved significantly. So I've got over 1,000. You know what? We'll just finish torching this little tribe here. And then it's going to get me like 3 gold or something stupid like that. Because tribes aren't worth a lot. It's almost not even worth the time here, but I'm here. You know, prudent Vikings. Alright. Yeah, 3.5 gold. So we're going to get ready to sail on back. Alright. We'll touch base over there in Eager. And there we go. Oh, check it out. We got an achievement. Viking Raider. That is probably because I got 1,000 gold. That's awesome. This is why I liked... I know it's still, some people think achievements are silly, but I really like hick achievements, especially in games like Crusader Kings that are a little more difficult. So we successfully pulled that off. We've got a ton of money right now. We'll stand down all these troops so the realm can know rest. And we're going to take a look. Set a new ambition, and that is to see the realm prosper. Alright. Oh, gotta close those boats down. So there we are. That is a fantastic feat. So August is coming. Got a lot of money right now. This is one of my sons. I'm gonna have him focus on intrigue. All right. We're gonna have our blot set a couple things to build, and then I think we're gonna call that for today. So blot's gonna be held here in a couple months. We'll finally be able to get rid of some of these apostates. You know what? I'm gonna ransom her off. She's worth 46 gold. Had apostate's not worth it. She's worth 10 gold. I'll keep her around. She's 7. I could foreseeably turn her into a concubine. And it's October. We got over 2,000 gold. That is the most money I've ever had in one sitting of Crusader Kings 2. So November is coming right around the corner. And it's blot time. Alright, I've put out the summons, fighting all my vassals. It's time for a party. Another son needs focus. I'll have him set on humility. Hopefully he'll gain like something like the timid trait and not be a threat to his brother. Oh. Alright. You guys have arrived, and the time has come for the blot to begin. You gather outside the temple and start offering animals as sacrifice to the god. While their meat is prepared for the feast that follows, the blood is sprinkled on the statues of Odin, Thor, Bear, and the other gods, as well of the worshippers themselves. Now for the human sacrifices. Let's take a look here. Alright, so this is one of the apostates. He's kicking, he's screaming. Toss him in. This is the Queen of Essex. This is... Oh. See, here's the thing. I offered to... Yeah, I'm actually going to sacrifice her, yeah. Instead of selling her off. He's accepted his fate. Good for him. That's the way to be. I'm gonna do this and see if it gives me Kinslayer. So it doesn't say I gain the trait, but I might. I did not. Okay, that's fortunate. Always keep an eye out when you're sacrificing family members. That's... No, I stand by my statement. Always keep an eye out when you're sacrificing family members. Don't want to get in too much trouble. Alright, so it looks like some people are having sex in the party room. By tier. How scandalous. We're going to finish this blot up before we close up for the day. So, yeah, so we... Oh, they lost some of their ancestral. We earned over 1,000 gold rating, so definitely going to have to go do that again. And as I said, rating is going to really... I'm going to have this girl focus on Marshall, just so she continues to suck at it. We're going to really be able to build our kingdom up through rating, I think. So I'm actually going to spend a lot of money, and almost 1,000, and we're going to actually build a new city here. And that's going to increase our incomes sizably. But the other areas, we are going to increase our fortifications here. We're going to get military training ground here. Right over here, we are going to... that's actually alright for now. This, we will build a military training guard. This one... Alright, military training ground. Okay, let's take a look here. Military training ground, also a good option. And, well, why not? Another military training ground. Military training grounds for everybody. And we're gonna upgrade the military training ground. So we still have sizable money. All our territories are currently upgrading. We've had a wonderful blot. No more threats. Yeah, so things are looking pretty good for old Faust One Eye. It's only 35, and he's accomplished a great deal. Good for him. My vassals love me. Interesting. Some of them are angry because I'm a foreigner. Alright, so with that, we're going to put it up for today. That was a really good stream. I blew through 2,000 gold really fast, but next game we are going to look at, I think what we're going to do is we are going to continue to raid, amass another 1,000 gold, bring it back, and then we are going to look at conquering these areas right here. Bring them into the fold because we want to make another kingdom. We want to create Finland, and that's going to take a little bit more work than just conquering these 3 regions. I think we're going to need to actually go in further to Pomerania, Prussia, and we're going to start really offending our Christian neighbors. That's like me in real life a lot. Not really. No, my wife would never allow that, to offend my Christian neighbors. Alright, so thanks a lot for dropping by, and like, subscribe. If you ever want to know when I'm going to be doing another stream, I always do a live stream and then just directly publish them. So turn on notifications on the channel so you can drop on by and see what's going on. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you guys next time.